So a sequence is basically a set of numbers, and the progression is essentially a series or a sequence of numbers which is governed by a particular rule. There are certain rules which are governing the arithmetic progressions or geometric progressions. We shall discuss them in this session. So let's start with arithmetic series or arithmetic progression. An arithmetic progression is a series of numbers in which the consecutive terms beginning with the second term are formed by adding a constant quantity with the preceding term. So what we have is the difference between the second term and the first term, the difference between the third term and the second term. If you note this general form, then you'll see that common difference is constant. That is, we have a very, very common difference, t, that is constant throughout the entire general form. You might be guessing how we are getting this nth term. So what happens is, if you note, in the first term, there is no d term. In the second term, the coefficient of d is essentially 1. In the second term, the coefficient of d is 2. So for the nth term, we'll have the coefficient of d to be n minus 1. Okay. So first thing that we need to find out is sum of the first n terms of AP. Let's first say that S is the sum of first n terms of AP. So we write S is A plus D plus up to A plus n minus 1D. That is, there are n terms, and we are taking the sum of those n terms. This is the first term, this is the second term, and this is the nth term. What I do in the second line is I reverse the order of the n terms. So I write the first term as the last term and the last term as the first term, and I interchange, reverse basically this entire sequence of numbers. The next thing that I do is I add these two equations. So I have here 2s, and if you add a and a plus n minus 1 into d, you essentially have 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I haven't written the numbers here in between, but you can check using the last two pairs of vertical numbers that you do get 2a plus n minus 1d for each pair of vertical numbers. Now, as you know, there are n terms in the first equation on the right hand side, and similarly on the right hand side of the second equation you also have n terms. So when you add all of these, you get n times 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Dividing both the equations by 2, we get s equal to n by 2 bracket open 2a plus n minus 1 times d. There are certain formulae that you need to remember in case of arithmetic progression. So basically these are the sum. Let's see the first one. It's basically the sum of the first n natural numbers. So what you can do is essentially you can take d equal to 1, because the difference between the first n natural numbers is 1. So replacing d by 1, you get this equation. So this equation is not that difficult to remember if you remember the formula. The next equation that we have is sum of the squares of the first n natural numbers. These two you do need to remember, because these two are proved by mathematical induction, which we may prove in near future sessions, but we'll stick to them as formula in this session. So we'll have 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square gives n by 6 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. Again, for the next one, which we have the sum of the first n, for sum of the cube of the first n natural numbers, we have n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Okay. Another thing that we need to remember is if x, y, and z are in AP, then by the terminology of arithmetic progression, y is called the arithmetic mean of x and z, such that y is equal to x plus z by 2. Let's move on to some numericals. There are n arithmetic means between 14 and 38, such that the second mean and is to the last mean equal to 4:7. Find n. So what the sum essentially says is there are n arithmetic means between 14 and 38. 14 and 38 exclusive. So when we include 14 and 38, we have n plus 2 natural numbers. You can see from the diagram or the setup of the sum that I've made, the first natural mean up to the nth natural mean occupy n positions between 14 and 38. If I consider 14 to 38 as n plus 2 numbers in arithmetic progression, then we can say that the first term of the arithmetic progression is 40 and the n plus 2th term is 38. Now we do know the formula of the nth term in an arithmetic progression to be a plus n minus 1 by 2 into n minus 1 into d. If we replace n by n plus 2, we'll get the expression for the n plus 2th term in an arithmetic progression. So that is what we do, and we get this equation. We just put the value of a from the previous equation that we had. We just put this value over here, and we get this equation, and we keep it as equation 1. Another thing that we do is, you can see here that the second mean is to the last mean is 4:7. So by the second mean, they essentially mean the third term of the entire arithmetic progression, because the first mean is the second term of the progression, the second mean is the third term of the progression, and so on. And the last mean would be the term before the last term. So I've put the expression for the third term and the n plus 1th term to be exact. What I've done is, instead of taking this last term from the beginning of the series, I have taken it to be 38 minus d. So I essentially create this equation out of the data that they have given us. This is a very simple equation in d, solving which we get the value of d. Next, what we do is we put this value of d in equation 1 and we get the value of n. So we have n equal to 7. So the answer basically is, there are n equal to 7 arithmetic means between 14 and 38, such that the entire second mean is to the last mean equal to 4:7 is maintained. The next sum is, let's read it first. A workman agrees to accept certain wages for the first month on the understanding that his pay is to be increased 1 rupee every subsequent month until the maximum of rupees 300 is reached. At the end of the month for which he received rupees 300 for the first time, he resigns and finds that his wages during his period of service have averaged rupees 288 a month. How long has he served? So we first set up the entire sum. If you read the sum once, you will realize that they haven't given the beginning salary of the person. So we don't exactly have the first term of the arithmetic progression. So we take some value of a to be the first term of our assumed arithmetic progression. And again, as the sum says, every month the salary of the person increases by 1 rupee in each subsequent month. So basically, if A is the salary received by the person in the first month, then A plus 1 will be the salary received by the person in the second month, and so on. That is, the common difference is 1. Let us assume that the number of years in service is n. So we can say that the nth term of the arithmetic progression will be a plus n minus 1 into d, where we have replaced d with 1. And we do know that in the nth, or to be exact, in the last month of service, the man had received a salary of 300, which is when he left the service. So we do have an equation for the last month of his service. Next, what we do is we try to find out his average earnings. So in n months, he had Sn, which is the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic progression. We use the equation that we derived in the previous half of this session. And yeah, and we put the value of d in this equation and we get a particular expression. Using this total earning in n months, we find out the average earning by dividing it by n, which is the number of months that he served, and that is the equation, that is the expression for the average earning. As per the sum, his average earning for n months that he worked was 288. So as you can see, this equation is what tells me that his average earning is 288 rupees a month. This is an equation, this is a simple equation in A. So solving that, we get the value of A to be 276. Next, what we do is putting putting this value of A equal to 276 in equation 1, that is this equation. you use the value of n, and we get the value of A to be 276. So the question of the sum was, how long has he served? So n equal to 25 and A equal to 276.